anybody to to share on the presentation part. Okay. First of all, I just want to check about your your FYP progress. Anybody have a problem? Kalau ada masalah, okay, if you have a problem, we have 28 students. So we have about 50, 59, 51. Itu berapa? Saya rasa kita ada Ah, 59 student. Mana pergi yang lain? Saya set ni tak? Apa? Attendance tak dekat ni? Dekat apa? Dekat 17 tak set lagi kan? Saya rasa tak set, tapi lepas ni nanti saya sign in lah dekat Putra Plus attendance. So there is two things that I want to remind you. One is on the documentation, okay, the requirement for the documentation. Second is on the presentation part, okay, to help you to understand how the assessment been take place, okay. So first of all, and then the third one is to ask you on how do your unit conduct your FYP presentation for semester 1, okay. So there is three things that I want to discuss within these 30 minutes, okay. So let me share with you this, okay, this thing first, okay. So boleh nampak ni ke? Can you guys see this form?
Boleh.
Borang pelaksanaan dissertation. Okay, this is borang pelaksanaan dissertation. So I upload this in the Putra Plus in first early semester. So this is the example from past student. Okay, so what she done, she compiled semester 1 and semester 2, and then it is a requirement for the student to fill up the form more than 7 times. Okay, more than 7 times. So we are now at week 10. Okay, so I think you guys can start to fill in. So some last time ada yang tanya how to fill in. So this one on the catatan or on the notes here, you just need to fill up on what discussion had been take place during your session with your supervisor. Okay, so then you need to upload this. Okay, because I'm worried that if you upload at very late stage, you may forget to upload this. Okay, and then when we have audit, and then your name is selected, then the department will have the problem. Okay, so I believe that after week 14, difficult for me to chase you to submit this. Okay, because I need to collect your I need to collect your poster. I need to make sure to collect your thesis. I need to make sure that all the examiner pass your marks. So there will be a tendency for us to forget about this. Okay. So what I will do before week 14, now is week 10. Okay. Now is week 10. So I will give you 2 weeks time. So on week 13, I will cross check. Okay, saya akan cross check on week 14. Week 15. Okay. So pada minggu ke-13, I will cross check on the submission because the form need to be submitted through Putra Blast. Okay, through Putra Blast. So what normally I will just download all this stuff and then put in the Google Drive. Last time you will submit hard copy, but due to the PKP MCOD kita submit online. Okay, so that's one thing. So I hope that everybody understand this and can take action on this matter. Okay, boleh? Boleh ke?
Boleh betul.
Okay, so another thing that I want to share with you is on the on the defense. Okay, on the defense matter. It is common. Actually, when you do your final year project, you went through this during your semester one on the proposal presentation. So when come to final presentation, okay, it will be more tougher, and then overall of your work, okay, the indication on your work, the indication on your understanding of your project will be uh, assessed during presentation. Okay, so it is important for you to show to the examiner the knowledge that you cover, and then the knowledge that you cover, and also uh, ability to answer or to think outside of the box. Okay, so because maybe you conduct this test, but then they will ask you something that you think outside from the box. Actually they are the relation. Okay, they are the relation, tapi during that time definitely you just want to pass everything and then done with the presentation. Whatever you get, you get lah, you kata. Tapi remember, you done very hard work on the lab. You done very hard work to chase people for your survey. Okay, and then this FYP, you should take advantage with this FYP to push your grade. Okay, to push your grade, so you still have time to do this. Okay, so that's the issue normally with the student. Dia tak nak jawab, you don't want to answer. Okay, there two issue. One, you don't want to answer, but very rare case student very stick with their understanding. Very very rare lah. Okay, very rare. Dia jawab tapi dia tak nak compromise atau tak ada respect in project dia punya answer, especially bila the examiner push you ke atau trigger another question ke. Okay, so let me share with you the benda yang saya nak share ni. Ni kejap ya. Okey, boleh nampak ni? Boleh nampak ni project presentation ni?
Boleh.
Okay. So this is the the term lah yang akan di assess. Okay, yang akan di assess. So for your semester 2, kejap for your semester 2 saya lagi tak benda ni. Tak salah saya 3 all the examiner and all the examiner and supervisor will evaluate you on this presentation. Jadi macam kalau supervisor you tiba-tiba rasa kesian kat you, lab work you banyak kan. Student saya ada tu, student saya selalu kena buat lab banyak. Kesian dah nak bagi. Tapi then kita ada another two examiner. Kalau these two examiner punya markah tu contradict, then dia akan moderate dari semula. Okay, the supervisor tak boleh, tak ada chance to give you high mark. So that means you need to do the presentation ni, and then normally you kena tahu you punya examiner. Kalau you punya examiner ni professor ataupun associate professor yang dah senior, so during the presentation is your first step to tackle them. Okay, macam you lah, kalau tengok kan, oh smart lah orang tu, cantik lah AWEX tu. So kalau baru you akan rasa nak pergi tengok, nak pergi cuba kenal. So sama macam mana bila time you buat presentation ni. Okay, so the things that if the project okay been presented For example apa macam kalau dengan prof, especially senior prof. Kalau the apa the main point ialah sekarang ni you evaluate ataupun you should have expectation on your examiners. So kalau you boleh do this inspection on your examiners. So kalau misal kata yang senior ni dia tak kisah profesor pun ataupun associate professor tapi senior, so maknanya presentation ni adalah key for you. Okay, kalau you present it macam nak tidur lah markah you nanti. It is not only on the project presentation but also on the report. Because when the lecturer or when the examiner want to go through with your report, so they will recall back what you presented last time. Okay, and then on the report you need to understand, on report you may be copy paste. Okay, tapi the ability, the coverage of your understanding semua tu kita akan nampak masa presentation. Okay, so presentation content ni important. So normally you punya, kalau you dapat supervisor yang rajin-rajin macam unit water, rajin-rajin, so dia akan pergi presentation content ni. Kalau you dapat macam saya tanya tapi kalau student saya tak jawab, tak bagi, saya tak komen lah, you present lah. So presentation content ni you sebelum you submit pun, dan kalau saya as a supervisor, kalau you submit tapi you don't have thought on what you want to present, takkan semua nak spoon feed. Jadi saya akan present lah, especially bila you present very last minute. Okay, so the presentation content ni you kena think what you want to present, especially at semester 2 ni, at semester 2. So you kena tanya juga supervisor you, do you require, because you have how many minutes you punya presentation untuk final presentation? 15 ke 10? 15 kan?
15.
15 minit presentation, 5 minit Q&A kan? 5 to 10 minit Q&A. 10 minit Q&A. Okay, so within this 15 minutes, the expectation is for you to discuss on the result. Okay, on the result and discussion. Tapi you kena faham macam ni. Kalau you tiba-tiba orang present kat you result and discussion, dia boleh recall ke apa yang you buat? Dia tahu ke apa yang you buat? And then you kena understand juga, kadang-kadang you dah tukar tajuk tiba-tiba semester 2. Kita ada foreigner tak in discuss? Bashir, okay. So let me, Bashir, at this point you should understand Malay already. Okay. So you need to think. So kalau you pun apa dia ni cakap? So that means you need to have your objective, your introduction a bit, and then literature review you kena tanya dengan you punya supervisor. Certain supervisor will ask you to add but summarize. Okay? And then methodology last time in semester 1 you explain satu-satu methodology. So kali ni for final presentation you may be most of the project they have overall flow chart. Okay, overall flow chart. So you maybe use that overall flow chart to remind them what testing that you conduct. This testing is for what objective. In order for you to get good mark, you need to lead the audience on your scope. Okay? You need to understand. Kalau tiba-tiba you terus pergi, okay, saya nak masuk result and discussion ke? Kadang-kadang examiner akan cakap sini, pergilah result and discussion. Lepas tu kan tiba-tiba dia blur, patahlah balik nak tengok. Okay, depends on your committee member lah. Tapi the best thing, prepare the slide at the most that you think you need to cover. But during the presentation, kalau dia kata skip, then you skip. Okay, but then plan how long. Okay, plan how long do you want. Siapa ni? Luar Rizab. Ada apa?
Doktor nak tanya, examiner kita sama ke yang macam saya lepas ni?
Sama. Dia tak akan ada perubahannya. Okay. So you dah tahu dah siapa examiner you dah tahu dah apa critical point dia yang dia nak. Tapi remember, pensyarah dia ada satu ability tau. You rasa dia lupa sebab dah semester lepas. Mula waktu you present tu, you rasa dia macam tak tanya je. Tiba-tiba dia boleh U-turn. Okay? So you have to prepare. Okay? Dia boleh U-turn. Because maybe dia U-turn dia, hari tu you buat macam ni tak? So you need to, now you need to plan. You dah tahu dah what scenario that you face it last time. So you need to plan how to handle in this second semester. Okay? Ataupun kadang-kadang ada pencara yang dia simpan you punya slide presentation yang lepas. Tapi throughout the semester, you dah tukar. So dia mungkin akan tanya, kalau dia rasa dia nak tanya, itu you kata buat lain kan, sekarang buat lain kan. Then you have to answer. Okay. Now, you as a student and then at the same time, you as a researcher. Okay. Tapi you akan cakap macam ni, saya nak kerja esok, saya nak jadi engineer, siapa nak jadi researcher, tak nak pun ambil master, tak nak. Tapi behind of this scenario, actually to build you as an engineer. Bila you jadi engineer esok pun, you have to present and people will counter check. So this is the ability for you to show your your understanding, ability to answer, to defend. Okay, but certain researcher ataupun engineer, dia akan jawab in polite way. So bila you jawab in polite way, dia akan effect. Kita as a human being, budak ni ganas lah, budak ni macam tak respect lah. Okay, habis tu pensyarah tak apa, tak respect. Same thing waktu you kerja nanti. Okay, so there is so many characters, but we are there to defend our project. So you need to have the ability to tackle and how to answer, and then how to mention that you disagree, but in polite way. And sometimes, despite the disagreement, you need to agree on that disagreement. Agree to disagree. Okay. So this is the ability, because all of this, okay, ada. That's why like ability to answer. Okay, how you answer the question, and then sometimes you kena cakap, kalau misal kata okay, you boleh cakap, alamak supervisor aku kata tak payah buat ni, tapi examiner ni nak juga suruh buat. Takkan kita nak cakap supervisor suruh juga buat kan? That time no name need to be mentioned. You have to defend. Okay, kalau you cakap that one is supervisor suruh buat, memang you kena masa tu. Same thing bila you buat project esok, this one I punya project manager yang cakap macam ni. So tukar macam ni, tapi on the paper tak ada bukti. Dia akan jadi problem dekat you. Okay, so that mean waktu you kalau misal kata macam dia kata kena buat macam ni, so you boleh jawab lah. You kata in your scope, you just cover this, but you believe that this idea atau ni can be considered for coming project atau to improve the project. Okay, the ability to answer tu lah. Masa tu memang you akan rasa takut sebab alamak, saya student, dia pensyarah. So try cari cara untuk jawab dengan very simple, very short, jangan memanjang-manjang. Dan dia sebab bila you explain tu kadang-kadang macam-macam perspektif yang pensyarah boleh terima. Okay, so kalau you tengok kat sini, jadinya saya kata project presentation content ni, kalau kita go back dari semula, saya kata literature review. So you tanya balik dekat supervisor you. Sometimes supervisor you akan cakap masuk summary je. Okay, ataupun letak key point je. And then others of your punya slide tu you simpan dekat belakang. So bila time Q&A, ada ke? Tak adalah nak tercari-cari, nak cari slide lain lah, nanti saya upload lah, because you only have 10 minutes. So that is the only time for you to prove that you well prepared. Kadang-kadang dia cakap, tak payah cari, tapi betul ke dia ada? Macam tu. So maknanya you present, maybe you prepare your slide presentation 15 slide, tapi you ada additional 10 in case kalau ada soalan you dah ada. Terus je pergi slide yang berikutnya. Okay. So ni presentation organization and delivery technique. Okay, kita cakap tadi. So presentation ni you kena practice. You kena practice presentation ni. Critical thinking and finding, this one you punya result and analysis. Waktu you present ni. Okay, you kena check. Some student sama lah macam lecture pun. Kadang-kadang macam saya letak slide tu banyak. Very wordy. So you need to understand supervisor, examiner you macam mana. Examiner you memang jenis yang suka slide banyak. Sebab you nak tackle markah kan. So jadi kalau misal kata you letak wording tu penuh satu sentence pun, you jangan membaca. Okay, you jangan membaca bila you present ni. Okay, kalau macam dekat graph tu tak payahlah you cakap ikut ayat tu. Explain what do you understand. Okay, I think you have macam apa nama privilege because you are presenting online. Okay, tapi kalau you baca online dia akan nampak. Okay, akan nampak budak ni membaca. Okay, because during this time kita akan tengok ability to answer bukan ability to reading. Okay, bukan ability to read. And then this one is ability to answer. Okay, ability to this one is industrial perspective. Okay, so in our untuk jabatan kita for our department, for your presentation, this part is by the supervisor and examiner, and these three part this one. Okay, will be by the industrial during the open day and by the lecturer. So markah tu akan combine. Bila FYP open day, you will have another two examiner from industrial. So presentation untuk you buat masa defense nanti dengan pensyarah akan berbeza dengan caranya bila you present dengan industrial people ni. Okay, bila dengan industrial people ni teori-teori ni kena buktikan, tapi you kena attract how you punya project on the real situation. Macam mana? How to relate is. Because kalau you duduk cakap pasal teori je, memang markah you hilang kat situ. Okay? Untuk final year, final open day. Because markah tu akan bergabung untuk markah from the academician and markah from the industrial people will be merged, combined for your final result. Do not cross-check with others department. Different department, different dia punya method. This one is from the faculty. Do not question me. I just follow what the department choose. Okay, because certain department, they don't have final presentation with supervisor and lecturer. They directly all this from the industrial perspective. That one much more difficult. Because when we invite the industrial people, for example, for structure unit, most of the people will work on the building, on the bridge. Very rare people, very less people on the concrete. But we use concrete for all the structural building. So how this student yang buat concrete ni nak cakap the concrete that they develop, that they research ni have a relevant to the industry. Very tough. Okay, because sometimes people very skeptical. Dia kata you study research tu bukan guna pun. But actually behind that, without the R&D, research and development, nothing new on the industry. Okay, because with this R&D, then we improve whatever we have in the industry. Okay, so that one you need to understand very well lah. The presentation, the defense during the final year project and final presentation and the final year open day tu different. Okay, and then the information on the final open day tu, FYP open day tu, we still not receive any information yet. So definitely we will have another meeting, another slot once we get the information. Then you will feel kenapa tiba-tiba kena panggil untuk meeting. But because we wait the instruction from the faculty. Okay, once we get the instruction, then we will gather again and then give you the latest information. So you need to be ready. Okay, you need to be ready on whatever that latest instruction. Okay, I think ada soalan apa-apa ke untuk presentation ni? Sebab saya just cakap in general what you have to do and what, because you only have like 5 to 10 minutes. Because last time pun dia normal. Saya ada slide dia, nanti saya cari. Tu buang masa. Okay? Adakah apa-apa soalan untuk ni presentation ni? Yang
So far,
doktor.
semua tak ada semua dah okey yang tu Okey, another thing yang saya nak tanya ialah last time during you punya proposal presentation, macam mana unit you buat slide have to submit to the examiner. For structure unit, they send an email to examiner. Water, I rasa you ada Google Drive kan?
betul. Google Drive.
Siapa yang buat Google Drive tu? Siapa yang buat untuk unit water tu?
Saya tak ingat betul.
Setiap unit you ada you punya ketua unit, and then you ada student representative untuk setiap unit kan? Ada kan? Yang akan
Saya rasa saya kot doktor.
itulah saya rasa sebabnya yang akan ada yang kena record kan. Setiap kalau you check, if you check dekat Kak Zai dah keluarkan list untuk presentation kan. So kan biasanya kan student yang kena record tu, adakah student yang sama juga yang akan macam unit water, student yang sama juga ke prepare the Google Drive tu untuk submission slide presentation tu? Tak pasti, tak
Yang
ingat.
record maksudnya record presentation doktor.
Record presentation student kan? Ke lecturer? Tapi dia jaga
Student
masa
sendiri.
Student.
Lecture record.
Lecturer record. Student saya
Lecture record rasanya. Pakai Google Meet.
Faiz ada Faiz? Faiz ada?
Ada doktor, ada.
Baru nak tolong makan. Faiz, Dr. Izian yang record ke awak record?
Yang dulu tu tak ada, saya tak record, saya just jaga bell masa je.
Dr. Izian record tak? Saya tak ingat. Okey, tak apa. So, saya rasa sebab last semester saya having a problem to track back you punya slide presentation. Some lecturer, dia nak tengok semula slide presentation masa dia nak bagi markah. Okey, ataupun dia nak revise markah. So, jadinya water saya rasa in very good shape lah because you ada Google Drive. Cuma nanti Haris share dengan saya bismillah. Okey, terima kasih.
Link Google Drive doktor.
Nanti inform kat saya semula sebabnya we only have like 2 unit yang cram sikit. Unit structure dengan unit water sebab kita ada ramai student. Kalau dan kita ada ramai pensyarah untuk unit tersebut. Nanti saya pun pening kepala nak kejap-kejap message student suruh cari slide. Okey. Jadinya nanti I confirmkan balik semula macam mana kalau misal kata you yang set the Google Drive ke did semua student submit slide presentation is very important. Ada pensyarah yang memang dia tak perlukan slide masa you present. Tapi bila you dia nak bagi markah, dia rasa macam nak tengok balik semula slide tu. Slide, that's why I say to you, slide presentation need to be submitted. So for unit structure, hold dulu sebab saya pun pening kepala kejap lagi nak kena kejar satu-satu. Okay, I will make a suggestion that the student maybe set up the Google Drive, tapi I will discuss this dengan unit lah. Okay, untuk water saya rasa tak ada masalah sebabnya Dr. Pat dah memang ask the student to submit to Google Drive kan. Cuma saya nak tanya, nanti hari confirmkan balik semula dengan saya. Siapa sebenarnya yang buat Google Drive tu? Memang
saya
awak?
betul. Saya yang buat.
Okay. So yang jaga masa pun you juga ke apa?
Jaga masa tak, saya rasa doktor sendiri rasanya jaga.
Doktor supervisor rasanya jaga masa sendiri.
Oh, okay. So nanti saya ni baik sebelah saya minta Dr. Izian carilah siapa untuk unit structure untuk buat drive tu. Google Drive tu untuk submit slide presentation. And then you guys dah check kita punya schedule tu so to submit, to prepare the poster and everything. So my feeling, I have strong feeling to tell you that I think the faculty will go with the face to face fine open day. Okay. Tapi tak berani nak cakap lagi sebab so many event now dah face to face. Cuma macam tak ada lagi apa-apa lagi. Jadi macam kalau untuk poster tu pun nanti kita kena share new poster ke apa. Okay. Tapi kalau misal kata dia kata you buat video, you dah senang banyak lah buat video je. Kan buat guna PowerPoint je. Okay, I think I don't want to take so time lagi because I believe that some of you have a class. So I will set the Putra Plus punya attendance. So please sign the attendance. I will open until pukul 5 lah. Ada apa-apa lagi ke? Kalau you ada apa-apa masalah dengan supervisor you, I'm here as a coordinator and pemudah syarat. Let me know. I will try to help. If you don't have any result, you have to make sure that you can come up with any result. Okay? Because too late for you to drop. Okay? Kalau you drop pun dia dah kira dalam you punya ESMP. Dah kira dalam markah. Okay? So if there is nothing else, so I think that is for today. Thank you everybody for joining me for today. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, Doctor.
No, thank you.